Hello everybody, I'm Stranky and this is a little test I'm doing. So as you may know, I had computer problems and I'm using a different computer and I'm kind of struggling to get anything out on this other computer, even though the specs are the same as the computer I was using, apart from the hard drive being an SSD and the better video card, so it should actually be better, but it's not. It's struggling. Now, when I was rendering a video yesterday, which took 2 hours, 40 minutes and 24 seconds, but we'll get back to that later, I realized that my gigahertz was actually dropping to about 1.4 from 2.93, and both CPUs were pretty much equal on the halfway line. Now, right now I'm using 26% and it's still dropping below the 2.93. I'm recording this with Bandicam, by the way. So I think Bandicam uses a bit more resources than Shadowplay. But anyway, now we had a spike in CPU usage for some reason, which I'm not sure. But as you can see, I'm still about half a gigahertz below, but I dropped to about a bit less than half of the power. Now, I installed CPU ID HW monitor, which is a bit off the corner of my recording screen, but that's okay. And with that, I decided to check the temperature that the computer is actually running at. Now, right now, it seems to be running at 66-ish, popping up 70 as we're using more Celsius. Now, when I was encoding this, it actually was running at about 95, 96. Now, I don't know why it's only giving me core 1 temperature, not core 0, but I'm assuming that they'll both be around about the same. So I'm reckoning that, if you can see that the megahertz here is fluctuating quite a lot. I don't know why, but it's so that's probably like an average, because it's fluctuating from 29.3 going down to 16. So it must be hitting a temperature, downclocking, and then cooling, and then going back up, which I'm not quite understanding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the heatsink and vacuum it, and I'm going to reapply the thermal paste and see if that makes any difference. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to re-render this same video again and see if we beat that actual time. I'm not going to make any changes to it whatsoever. Re-render it exactly as it is. It's a bit of a waste of time, but I want to get to the bottom of this, because things aren't running the same. It should be running better. The only difference is the Windows 10 instead of Windows 7, but from what I've read, it shouldn't make much of a difference. One thing I've done is, this is Adobe, and I usually use Sony Vegas, but I'd heard that Sony Vegas does have some problems with some Windows 10 machines, and that's why I tried out Adobe. But it's still a very long rendering time for a 20-minute video on a dual core 3 GHz processor. So it is an older processor. It's this one, the E6500, but it shouldn't be running as badly as it is, because the other computer had exactly the same CPU and my rendering times were about a quarter of what they are on this. So yeah, I'm gonna hoover out the heatsink, and I'm gonna reapply thermal paste and see if it actually makes a difference. If you see, look, even just running Bandicam at 30% ish usage, the temperature is going up. Now we're hovering around 70 rather than 60s. So yeah, we'll see. Now the temperature, I'm assuming this is the average temperature inside. That's the hard drive, okay. So I'm guessing that's the case. Inside the case it's about 24 degrees inside the case, so that's not too bad. But that is a bit concerning, because now it's spiking more on the 72s. So anyway, so I'm going to stop recording this, and I'll see what happens when I redo the heatsink. So I'll be right, well, I won't be right back for me, but for you I'll be right back. And I'm back. So, yeah, as you can see, the render time is less than half, and the temperature has remained at 38 degrees Celsius right the way through, or centigrade, whatever you want to say, right the way through the whole code job. So yeah, definitely the dust on the on the fan is what caused the, not the dust on the fan, the dust on the heatsink is what caused the slowdown. It was overheating, and yeah, and the whole computer sort of slowed down because of it. And at least now everything is back to normal. So yeah, thanks for watching. I've been Stranky, and I hope this helps you out. Bye bye.